Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie podcast.
I want to talk about love.
Go on.
Don't we all love love? Mm-hmm. And you know what I also love? This is hilarious. When people investigate their partner or they start snooping on their partner.
It's not a good sign, is it?
No, it's not. I find it intriguing because you could get away with anything.
Have you
with
done
me.
much of it?
No, because I don't have the skill set.
You've never done anything
Wait up,
like that.
you're on Cops LAC. I thought you were a great investigator.
I'm Detective Samantha Cooper. You remember one of your favourite characters on Australian TV. No, so give us a call, 13 24 10, and tell us the lengths that you have gone to snoop into your partner, what they might be doing behind your back.
Ever done a drive-by?
Major investigation. Drive-by? No.
Ever looked at a partner's phone?
I would have.
Oh, okay.
I would have, but I don't. I actually think it's a very slippery slope. You can't, because then you get in your own head and then you start creating things that don't even really exist, and then you doubt
you lose your
own.
mind.
Oh my goodness, it's never ending.
Do you remember we did this on air? But remember I found out BJ was catching up with the girls, the mums, down at a local cafe, and remember we set up cameras and I rang her and she screened me.
Yeah, she ignored your call.
Oh, she ignored the phone call, did she?
Wasn't a great day for Fitz.
That's actually hilarious. But I don't think you're allowed to set up cameras.
Well, then when you ring again, you think that's an emergency. She didn't pick up again.
No.
It was twice she didn't pick up.
Then I rang
It was only
and she
the
did.
third time.
Which was a weird
Were you
twist.
having an affair?
Yeah.
We're talking about this because there's a TikTok. It's gone viral, and that's what this woman has said. Come on, this is how far I've gone to investigate my partner. I want to hear from you, and the comments have come through thick and fast.
What do you got?
You're gonna love them. 13 24 10 if you've got anything to compare to these. Okay. This woman called McDonald's as if I want to order food under his phone number. I told them that's my second number that has the address saved, and they gave me lists of the saved addresses to choose delivery to. So you're getting extra addresses. This woman, okay, I'm just going to read them. Faked a credit check in his name to find out how much debt he was in.
Oh, that's interesting.
How about this? Check live traffic jams in the area he was in to see where he was going. So this woman's like following the car.
Oh, my God.
How about this? Saw his car parked in an apartment building, so I pulled the fire alarm to see who he came down with.
Oh, this is crazy.
This changed his ex's contact. This is actually my favourite. Changed his ex's contact info to her best friend's phone number so that if he ever reached out, it would be my friend and she would alert me.
That is extraordinary.
If he reached out to the ex, that text message would go directly to her best friend. That's amazing.
That is really good, isn't it?
That is really good. I'm doing it as we speak.
Any
Quick,
more?
Hurry up. But I think BJ's coming back.
Okay, one more. Called his phone company pretending to be his accountant to get the past year's breakdown of calls and texts. Safe to say she got them emailed straight to her within 20 minutes.
God.
Alicia in Horsley Park, did you investigate your partner? Did it nearly backfire on you, Alicia?
Okay, so it wasn't nearly backfire. It completely blew up in my face.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
So I had a friend of mine. I used to be with the circus, and I had a friend of mine who I said, hey, can you go to this circus? She got a job there. I was like, fantastic. I said, I need you to spy on my partner at the time. It's now my ex, obviously. And she was like, yep, no worries. You know, this went on for about a year and a half, and I thought to myself, okay, she used to, like, report back to me with things that was happening, like women he was getting with.
Yeah.
And then it all stopped.
Yeah.
Then 6 months later, I find out they're getting married.
Oh, so
No
she
way.
was the one cheating on you and
He was
him.
the one, yes.
Oh.
And I had no idea until I found out. He messaged me. He said, hey, look, such and such and I are getting married. And I'm like, what the heck?
Isn't that wild?
Oh, so she made you guys break up so she could have him all to herself.
She did, and now they've got a child together. They're married, and to be honest, I'm happy for them now. But I was pretty angry then.
You've got the circus, though. You've still got the circus.
Still got the circus.
Circus is still my family, but at the end of the day, I needed to do what was right for me and my kids. And I just
absolutely, I get it.
Great story, Ash. Thank you.
Can I just tell you one more before we go as a bit of an incentive? Brought my Playboy ex to my female friends' houses to see if his phone connected to their Wi-Fi house, and it did.
Oh, that's a beauty.
What have you done? We are taking your calls, but can I just tell you another couple?
Go for it.
They're brilliant. This woman spent over £300 on Uber following him and his friends the entire night. Me and the Uber driver are now good friends. And this one, and this would be so nerve-wracking. Just imagine, picture this, how fast your heart would be beating. Used his fingerprint to unlock his phone while he was sleeping, adding my fingerprint, then going through everything while he was sleeping.
God, you'd be
Just let it go. And then he can't unlock his phone in the morning.
Oh, how about this? Okay, my goodness, this is amazing. Had my friend get a job at his local pizza joint so she could do pizza deliveries to his house to see if he was indeed alone when he said he was.
That is magical.
That's a lot of effort.
It is a lot of effort.
Reagan in Maroubra, hello.
Hi, how are you guys?
Good, what's your
Come on,
story?
Reagan.
Didn't quite go to those lengths, but I was really, really suspicious of an ex-boyfriend, and I went snooping and found a little black book that he kept, and he sillily wrote everything down in this little black book, and I couldn't believe it. So I got revenge instead. I oiled his surfboards. I put Denko rub in his underwear. I washed his toothbrush down the toilet.
No, you didn't.
And I threw all of his belongings over the balcony and changed the lock on the door.
That's so fun.
I don't mind that.
Do you know what the saddest part about that is? I hope you got to see... Did you see the reaction of the Denker rub in the undies? Because without
I
that...
certainly did, actually.
That is really painful. I do it most days.
Quite a lot, just to get a bit of a kick.
A bit of a buzz.
Reagan, what was in the little black book? What did you find out?
Why would you do that?
All sorts of things. Just who he'd been sleeping with, been out with, in the spa with, all sorts of things.
Who does that?
Who does that? Remember there was a guy that we knew who had it in his phone. He had videos that he'd recorded and just kept for years so he wouldn't forget all the ladies that he was hooking up with. Why would you have evidence in your phone if you're married? If you're married?
And
why would you do it in the first place? It's less about keeping the evidence and recording somebody without their knowledge is pretty foul and illegal.
Tess in Wesley, how far did you go, Tess, to investigate?
Well, my partner was a pilot, and he used to say that he was going on these jobs, but when I looked up the flights, that flight didn't exist.
Oh, no.
So I found out he'd been lying to me all this time.
Got to fly to Germany on the weekend. He's in Broken Hill for 3 days.
But kept saying he was going away, but of course he was having an affair.
He's going away from you.
Was he an actual pilot, though, Tess? Did you find out?
He was.
Oh,
yes,
good. Okay.
He is a pilot.
And what happened when you broke it to him that you were you'd caught on to what was happening?
He just denied it, but of course there's proof of flight data.
Yeah, there is
I
now.
checked all the flight arrivals and all the flight departures, and
don't try and mess with it.
How many ladies? How many ladies was he coming in to land on, Tess?
No idea. Don't think I want to know.
No, you don't need to know the details. Just that it was happening.
Too much mile high, you might say, Tess.
What?
Yes, exactly.
I've got one more. Can I tell you one more? Because I just love this. And because I love this stuff because I wouldn't even know how to do this stuff.
Clever. What is it?
Drove to his house and connected my car to his phone so I could go through his messages on CarPlay. Oh, watch out, fellas.
You'd need to park close enough to the living room and it would connect.
Yes.
Fits in Whipper with Kate Ritchie is a Nova podcast. For more great shows like this, download the Nova Player via the App Store or Google Play.
The Nova Player.